Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to this first episode. My name is Kevin and today I am sitting down with André Skwortsow. He is a former Marine and the founder of the Mudmasters, one of Europe's biggest obstacle event and the creator of Gymrace. We talk about how he went from military discipline to building massive race weekends, what translates into business and where fitness racing is heading next. Let's get into it. How do you go from training for war to creating events where people pay to suffer for fun?
Wow, that's a nice, nice question. Yeah, well, I think, So I used to be in the military, in the Marines. So I think there's maybe quite there is some similarities. I think one thing in the Marines was there was really good vibe in the team, really nice teamwork, group vibe, taking on challenges together, challenging training or operations. So maybe that combination of taking on challenges, good vibe, celebrating when things go well, maybe those elements are also found back in events where people come together. There's a good vibe, taking on a challenge, and on the other hand, also having a laugh and having fun as well.
Yeah. So I saw you served basically for 10 years.
Yeah.
In the Marine Corps.
Yeah. Correct.
What got you there in the first place?
I'm not really sure how I can connect the dots looking backwards, but I think I was always interested in history and the military, and also a challenge.
Yeah.
So I always was reading books about it or watching movies.
Okay.
And then the movie Full Metal Jacket.
Of course.
Thought, hey, how would basic training be? Could I survive it? Or how would that be? And then one day in my final high school year, the TV magazine back in the day, very old, still in print. I saw an advertisement of the Marine Corps. I filled in the coupon, and I went to the selection center. Yeah. So actually, that's how I kind of rolled into it, not knowing what to expect. And I was surprised a few times also during the selection process. So I thought I had to report to a base in Rotterdam, and I would do a few sports tests, maybe bang out a few push-ups or go for a run or something. But we were like in a 48-hour nonstop drill test with psychologists, everybody assessing you. So that was a nice surprise. I was just 18, so and that's kind of how I rolled into it.
What field did you were you in during during your career in the Marine Corps? Because I guess there are different fields, right?
So first everybody goes through the infantry training, and I did the officers course. So. Then you get first level to train to get all your basic skills right, so you can work with the Marines together, and then you get trained into leadership positions, doing all kinds of drills with ambushes, reconnaissance, etc. And besides that, also at like the University of the Navy, we had a few years of courses, also really fun practical stuff like. Parachute jumping or doing a commando course in the UK, Arctic training in Norway, that kind of stuff. And after training, I went on operation in Iraq in stabilization force.
So deployment.
Deployment. Yeah. So what was it, 5 or 6 months? And after that I had various different appointments. Also 1 year in Curaçao, the Dutch Indies, so West Indies, and but that was a totally different story. I was there with a small team to kind of train the the local conscripts, so to speak. So basically, guys who were not in school, did not have a job, and were trained by the Dutch Navy there to give them some basic training, and then help them to get a training, work, and basic education. So that was like a totally different project. Yeah.
So you explore different things, throughout those 10 years.
Yeah, that was also really fun. That every year, 2-3 years, was a different job within the Marine Corps. Traveling a lot and working with nice people. So it was good. Yeah.
How is it like to be deployed in a completely different country for a month?
Yeah, I think it was really a positive experience, and also something we were really looking forward to. I mean, the reason you join the military is that someday you really want to do it in real life, and not only train and practice. So everybody, including myself, was super motivated. So the last months leading up to the deployment, the training was really good, in the Middle East was also a good experience. So we had a good team, that's I guess it's because we were kind of in our own bubble as well. We had a really small but nice Dutch base. So I think that kind of felt at home quite quickly. And in general the circumstances were pretty quiet. It wasn't all out war. It was a few months after the war had taken place. So it was pretty unstable. All the prisons were open, so there was a lot of criminals were left set out free. There were a lot of militant groups or terrorists. Everybody's fighting for influence and power, but in general there was no all-out war. It was more that there were some incidents once in a while. Was pretty positive experience.
Sounds like it, yeah. I always think about the people who are deployed in other countries where it's a completely different country, completely different culture, and of course in this setup of war or post-war or lots of tension. And I always wonder how this experience basically can or does change you, if it does. So I don't know if you can talk a bit about that.
I don't recall like an instant change in something. No, not really. Maybe I didn't notice a change myself, but maybe it kind of it's an experience. So you know, okay, if you're somewhere a few months or in challenging circumstances, maybe unconsciously you can refer back to it, that you already did something like that, or that you did fine in a bit harder circumstances. But there wasn't like I can't really like name a point.
No. Yeah. Do you miss any of this? Any of the anything that you had in the Marines that maybe you don't have anymore?
Yeah, I think
lifestyle maybe even.
Yeah, part of the lifestyle. I mean, it was also different life phase. So always or on the road a lot with a team of nice guys. Really cool camaraderie, friendship, and also doing a lot of cool stuff. So I think looking back, it's also a bit romanticizing the memories. Of course, you don't. So that's a bit focused on that, but. So I don't miss it in the way that I would want to do it again, or I want back or something. But I have really positive memories about it, and
Is there anything that you learned, or any tools that you got during that time that you are using still nowadays, either in your personal life or in your professional life?
Yeah, maybe one thing that is with a operational planning process, or for for strategy, some planning tools or tricks from the Marines. For instance, maybe it sounds really obvious, but making scenarios for various ways to approach things. So, for instance, for now with our events, if we're looking at a certain strategy, what's the next step, or how do we achieve a certain goal? That we really make various scenarios, really make sure we fill in the scenario from A to Z, give it a good chance, and then compare scenario A, B, and C, and probably there will be like a combination of the scenarios. That's one example in the planning process. But also, I guess the other stuff, because there's I think a lot of similarities between the operational sides of events, building stuff, logistics, working with hands-on crew on site. So I guess that benefits the background benefits over there. Yeah.
Perfect transition into the Mud Masters, which you started working on in 2011, from
Correct.
what I saw.
Yeah.
First race in 2012. So now you're a couple of years into the Marines, and what made you looked into that and actually make the first step towards building such event?
Yeah, I think the trigger was that I was on a holiday with my brother abroad, and I couldn't sleep because of the jet lag, so I was subbing a bit on the hotel TV, and I came across an interview of an organizer of obstacle races in the USA, and I saw some clips of the race, and I was only thinking, wow, that looks so cool. I want to do it. I want to do it with my friends, and it really caught me. It was really a weird moment. Maybe it was because of the jet lag that I felt strange. I don't know. But anyway, the next morning when I saw my brother at breakfast, I couldn't stop talking about it, and we have to do something like this in Holland, and it would be also really cool for my friends to kind of experience a little bit the military experience, doing obstacle courses, the mud, the fun together, but then, with a party at the finish line.
Yeah. So you had similar obstacle course, at least some obstacle course in the Marines.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I think the obstacle courses are one of the oldest fitness methods around. I think even the Romans used to use them for teamwork training and all-round fitness, with the climbing and the obstacles. So so I guess that was my trigger, and then we were on holiday in Brazil, and from Brazil, I directly started approaching venues, getting information, and my brother helped me out with a website, and actually within I think 2 or 3 weeks, we had secured a venue and had the website live.
That's insane.
Yeah, and then it was like, oh shit, now we really have to organize it, and did not think thoroughly about the financial risk, or even where to find obstacles, or how to create stuff. So it was a bit of a bit ruthless, uncalculated, but that's how it started. Yeah.
Worked out well.
It worked really well. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but also a nice thing about an event is there's a super hard deadline. So maybe also what people have when they set sport goals, like running a marathon or not, that people say, okay, you set a challenging goal, and you tell it through a lot of people, and that kind of fuels you to do it. So I think there was a lot of parallels. Challenge goals, organize an event I've never done before, but putting it online for a lot of people to see, and having a really hard deadline. So that's how it started.
So it sounds like you became obsessed overnight and just kept on going and just decided to make it happen and just didn't think about it. Just went through and made it happen.
Yeah.
But did you have something in mind of what you wanted it to be, as in like a number of people? Did you have a precise vision when you started this, or you just went through and decided on the moment as you went through the process?
Yeah, I kind of hoped for maybe 2,000-3,000 people. I had a super unrealistic budget, a super amateuristic budget sheet, I was just basically hoping that we would get enough people and get the right suppliers. Also, a lot of people, colleagues or ex-colleagues, friends that also helped out, and also asked, of course, what they thought of the project, and got a lot of help and a lot of feedback from people who wanted to help out and do it. And when we saw constraints somewhere or there wasn't enough time for something, kind of organically we thought, okay, we have to fix it. Can we find someone to help, or can we outsource it to someone? Or so really organically, steep learning curve. Had to figure it out just by doing it, because the deadline was coming. So
So you could apply some of the things that you learned through your time in the Marines, your organizational skills, your planning skills. Apply this on the to build up the event, basically. So that was good for you that you had that background.
Yeah, I think that part helped. But also when I was in high school, I was also organizing the school parties, which is different scale.
You were ready then. You were meant to do this.
Yeah. So maybe looking backwards, it was like the high school parties, which was back in the day. It was normal to throw parties for 15-year-old people, and beer was still allowed, etc. So we outside school we rented the local hockey or football clubhouse, get a DJ in there, and a lot of people who wanted to party. So that I think that part of organizing events, and I was always interested in the upcoming raves and house parties. How did they organize it? I also was volunteer at a few, so I was always interested in events. And after that, I think the sport, physical challenge, teamwork part at the Marines, and that kind of melted together with Mud Masters.
Nice.
In hindsight.
What is the thing that you like the most about organizing events? Is it the fact that you're actually organizing and planning the event, or is it more the outcome of gathering people to do some fun stuff? So providing that service to the people, or maybe both, or something else?
Yeah, I think it's a combination. I think at the event itself, it's always the best thing is, I think, the atmosphere, with people who are challenging themselves, are coming together, having fun. That's a great atmosphere. I really enjoy that. And in the beginning, also, the challenge, can we make it work? Can we find a good location? Can we get a good collaboration with the venue? There's always challenges. Get a good floor plan, get the right suppliers in place. How can we deliver a good experience, etc. So that's always a nice challenge. So I guess I like the planning, and and also the fact that something very theoretical that's in heads of the team, or on flat laptop screens, in drawings, and that becomes reality and into a physical experience. I also like that transition, and the fact that there are always projects. So we don't have like a shop that's open every day, but we have certain highlights in the year that we really work towards, and so there's quite a few elements that I like about it. Yeah,
I see it.
Yeah.
How's the scene in 2011, 2012? for obstacle course events, because as far as I can remember, it wasn't that popular, but there were a few, at least in Europe, that I remember. My brother did a few. I think it was called the
Fisherman's Friends Strongman Run.
Yes, exactly. In Switzerland. I can't remember exactly the date, but it was probably around or just after that time. But how's the scene then in for you as you established that event in 2012?
Yeah, so at that point, I think we were the first like really, really big event doing an obstacle race. There's also a strongman run in the Netherlands that was just a few weeks ahead of us. And of course, but that's different scene. But the in the Netherlands, the survival running has been around since the 80s, which is much more technical, a lot of climbing, a lot of grip strength. For the fanatic athletes, it's a sport with which is pretty big especially in the east of Holland.
So it's less accessible for the average person.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, you really need a lot good rope climbing technique. It's pretty hardcore, but it's been around and pretty really niche sport. So I guess that was around quite and not really. I think it's really a different category. So really for the obstacle running, I think we were just at the tipping point that it was starting to get big in the US and the UK especially. It's been around longer, I think since 2008 in Germany and Switzerland and those countries. But the real boom that started 2010, 2011 in the US and UK, I think we were just on time before that tipped into the Netherlands. So I think we could say we were the first mover, with also a portion of luck. But I think I kind of had that feeling, and of course I'm wrong a lot of times, but this time I think I was right. That was good to press on and really push it, even just to get started on time.
Looks like you were right, because we're now at 15 years in and still going strong.
Yeah. I wouldn't have expected this back then, but 15. This year's the 15th season of Mudmasters, and
congrats.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's 15 years, and also interesting to see how the scene has evolved, and and also internationally. So there was first a lot of growth in the sport, with a lot of events, and every local village had their own obstacle race, and I think that peaked kind of in 2016, 17. And after that, the scene kind of stabilized. There was a bit of a shakeout with some events stopping. Of course, COVID happened, which wasn't the best for events. But for Mudmasters, it has been very good. Also, the last 5 years were the best years ever so far. So we chose to focus on our 3 biggest locations, so 2 in the Netherlands, 1 in Germany, and stop all the satellite locations, so to speak. We tried out a few in Belgium, the north and the south of Germany, but we decided to go back to our 3 biggest events, and they've been super strong the last 5 years, with on average over 20,000 participants per weekend. Yeah, so really happy, and working hard to continuously improve the experience and the logistics, etc. The registrations for this year are looking good, so we're looking forward to the events.
How did the obstacle course, let's say, field, or at least your events, have evolved throughout the last 15 years, throughout those 15 years? Because from where I stand, I'm like, okay, an obstacle course is just an obstacle course with, obstacles and run in between a certain amount of mud, and what changed basically during those 15 years?
Yeah, I think because the core values stayed the same, but I think the execution is got more professional and better, and that also enhanced the experience.
Mhm.
So I think our core values are challenge, teamwork, and fun, and we try to get that back on the obstacle course. So there will be obstacles that are challenging for most people, using upper body strength, but also teamwork obstacles that you cannot accomplish by yourself, like a large wall or something you really have to climb over each other to get on top. And of course the fun element or a bit of adrenaline, like 10-meter high water slides that launch you away like Olympic winter skier.
Nice.
And so we kind of mix up all those elements, and we've been doing so for the last 15 years. But I think to make the experience more seamless, improve the logistics, improve safety, also the after finish experience with upgrading the entertainment, the food and drinks, etc. I think if we can improve each event by 1 or a few percent, I think that's more where we're looking at. We haven't like really 180 degrees shifted things. We have added stuff like a family edition. So on Sunday, a few thousand families will be doing a short course format, which is great to see. And because we've been around for a few years now, we already see people that started as kids of 6 or 7 years old are coming back now as teenagers. So that's really cool to see. We've tried out different things with extreme distances, like a 24 hours run. We've done a night shift event running through the night for, I think it was 12 hours. And we've experimented a bit, but in the core, a lot of stuff is the same. And maybe it's so close to us human beings that it's kind of timeless. 15 years is a long time. This is also a pretty long answer, but
it's perfect.
Okay.
Could an obstacle race be a proper obstacle race without the mud?
No, I don't think so. No. I think
what is it with the mud that makes it a proper obstacle run?
Yeah, I think it has a magic element. It breaks the ice of people getting into the mud with their new shoes, maybe, and they think, okay, I don't care, let's go. People feel submerged. They feel their whole skin getting wet and muddy, and people start laughing. So it's great for the atmosphere. It really adds a lot of stuff. Yeah,
it seals the deal in terms of fun and camaraderie with the people, and you can show your T-shirt and your shoes after and say, like, look, I did it.
Yes, definitely.
The mark of it's like the medal. It's the equivalent of the medal that you get at the end.
Yeah, and I think it is definitely the medal. It's not the best for your washing machine at home, but I think it's also it makes it super playful. And a few of our participants have said it's like playing outside for adults. So I think that playfulness that people, probably don't feel in their daily lives, they can feel on course at Mudmasters, and they really enjoy it. And everybody's offline; nobody takes their phone on course. So it's also one of the few places, maybe for a lot of people, that they have kind of a retreat of maybe 2 or 3 hours. They're by themselves or with their friends, and they're totally in the moment. Doing the event, So I think that all comes together. Being totally in the moment, playful, challenging, experiencing, maybe afraid of heights, mud, ice bath, etc. So it's really mindfulness experience in a lot of ways. Yeah,
You're almost convincing me to try one. I haven't done one yet.
Yeah, it's good sales pitch. No,
I'm sold.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, well, that
When is the next
sealed.
one?
Yeah, so the next one is by heart, I think 13, 14, 15 June in Haarlemmermeer. So that's near Amsterdam Airport. And in September we have two, one in Biddinghuizen, so the festival area where also Lowlands and DEFCON is, and one in Airport Weeze, so just
Germany.
across the border in Germany, and in the old former Air Force base. Yeah,
I'll think about it.
Yeah, you can choose one or
all.
Yeah.
I'll first Gymrace, then we'll see. One thing at a time. Provided I'm not getting injured again this year. So
yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Organizing events has of this scale has always impressed me. Now I see we'll talk about Gymrace afterwards, but with especially with events like that, we have a lot of you have the obstacles, you have a lot of material. Gymrace, you have like the weights, the sled, and everything, all the material, the logistics behind it. What is the biggest logistical challenge that you have to make those events happen?
At Mudmasters now, I think one thing there that's always, or there's a few elements that there's no control of. So, for instance, the weather is a big one. So, really dependent on the weather, how fast the build goes. So we always have to plan a lot with a lot of slack, extra personnel or extra forklifts, etc. Just in case the weather gets super stormy or rainy.
Could that hold off the whole setup of the event, if provided it's like very rainy? I don't know, with the mud making it even worse for you to build up the event.
Yeah, well, with the experience we have now, we take the weather into the plan. So if there's really big structures somewhere, we'll make sure that they're not in the middle of a swampy field that's hard to reach.
Smart
if it's
move.
rain. Yeah, it's like a example, but and we have a really great team. So we have had some nasty surprises. I can remember we were in a hilly part of Germany, and we had to build up some obstacles. Yeah, of course, on a straight, flat ground, and the ground looked really flat, but because of the hills around it, it wasn't really flat. It was still a bit slopey because something went wrong with the digging machine and the check. So that meant, really staying up all night with the team, getting light to be able to work at night, etc., to fix the problem. But so far, we've managed every time to be ready at openings time. Yeah. But we've experienced some challenges, and they make quite good stories for in the bar.
How do you scale such events? And now I see that you mentioned Germany. The Gymrace that you also organize is now going overseas in London. How do you manage to scale that and grow it in such markets as well?
And just trying it. So maybe the example of the Mudmasters event in Germany. We did not have any plans to go to Germany. We were, keeping ourselves busy with the first Mudmasters events in Holland and trying to, kind of survive that. And pure, maybe luck. We received an email from Airport Weeze, so the venue, and they said, "Hey, we see you guys doing events in Holland. Why don't you come over to our venue here? we also do a lot of festivals, and so we checked out the venue and we thought, hey, this is so cool with all the bunkers and hangars, all the Air Force base. We have to do something here. Why? Let's just try it out. And so we had no strategy to go to Germany, but we just tried it out and then thought, oh, so again we just started doing it, and then found out what tax rules were there, or all the other stuff you have to think about in a
because
foreign
different
country.
markets or rules and permits and everything is completely different. So yeah.
Yes, correct. So basically we just kind of stepped or dived into it and made it work along the way. And also marketing wise, we just kind of used common sense we had at the time just to try and the channels to a lot of the same channels, translating stuff, getting people at customer service, checking, of course, the ticket shop, the local payment methods, etc. But yeah, I guess just learning by doing.
I saw you speak perfect German in an interview.
Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, in a German school, because when I was 3 years old till 7, we used to live in Lübeck in Germany.
Right.
So I had, I think, maybe 1 or 2 years of German elementary school. With just so no international school, but just a normal German school. So maybe that's still sticks a little bit, and afterwards, being in with the German officials at the event, maybe that also helps a bit.
Yeah. That was a good surprise. I opened a YouTube video interview.
Okay.
I guess it was for the German event as well, and I saw the presentator, the woman, talking in German, and I thought, is she gonna switch to English? And then I saw you just go at its full speed in German. And I turned to Wiebke and I was like, I think this is perfect German. And she was like, yeah, this is good German.
Thank you. Yeah.
That was nice.
Oh, I didn't sound too much like a German or like a Dutch football player.
No. She said it's pretty good. So
okay. Thanks. Thank you.
It's like you have a 9 out of 10 from Wiebke.
Okay.
Approval.
Wow. Yeah. And she's very strict, so that's very good.
Always. In 2024, I got a WhatsApp from you, and you were like, hey, we are surveying some people because we are thinking about doing another event. If you have time, have a look, and you send me a Google form. I still have the message, and I reopened the form, which is still active.
Okay.
And I saw the questions were basically about fitness racing type of events. You were asking questions about what kind of, have you heard of those events? Have you, like asking a couple of questions. What kind of format would you like? How much running? How much weight? Would you like to have a badge or a medal? And I don't remember exactly the answers that I did answer at the time, but looking back at as what I would have answered probably, matches perfectly what you came with through Gymrace, which you then organized for the first time last year in 2025. What was the idea for you to, after so many years in with the Mudmasters, to start a new type of event, and specifically why this one?
Yeah. Okay. Funny that you thorough research, but
I just remembered there was something like, I think we, and that was funny enough, that was the very first time I heard about those events. Yeah. Because before that, I had no clue about High Rocks, Decafit, and those.
Okay.
It was not in my radar. And,
really?
So the first time I heard about this was from you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, I think, I've always loved like hybrid or circuit training. Also, even at the Marines, circuit training has been around there for 300 years or something. They're exaggerating a bit, but so I guess I always like the sport. Also at CrossFit, when we work out, I always love the metcons with runs in them, and so I always like that kind of training or racing. 5 years ago, or even longer now, 2019, we did a tryout event at the convention center here in Utrecht at the Jaarbeurs. Was a indoor mud masters, and we kind of combined running with some fitness exercises like burpees, and also some obstacles at an indoor location. So that was no mud.
Wow.
And that's why that's why it wasn't the best event.
That's okay.
Yeah. No, but I think with that, then we also saw mud is an essential. It's like a contradiction in terms to have an event that's called Mud Masters Indoor. So by default, Mud Masters should be outdoor, and indoor there's a lot of options, but this wasn't the right format. And then basically I saw a lot of indoor racing events coming up, Hyrox of course, but also other events popping up, especially in the US, and and I was basically thinking, hey, this is, I think, like a new wave of sports. People were also asking me, hey, isn't it time that you guys do an event like this? And that's when I started investigating a bit. Would it be how would we do it? How can we do it like in our own style? Would it be feasible? And that's when I first in 2000, I think. So we did a test already in 2019, and it stopped then because I think the quality of the event was not super good. The format, the concept didn't really click. There was no product market fit, and I think the timing was better when we did it 2025.
Yeah, definitely. There was a huge boom at that time as well on social media, and I felt like I woke up one day and everything was just there. It's probably just my algorithm, right?
Yeah.
Because I probably clicked on something and then But Instagram really boomed with the Hyrox especially, and I also feel like they were a little bit victim of their success, with a lot of people trying to get tickets and not managing. But Hyrox has been there for quite a bit of year, right? It's 2008.
2018 or 17, I think.
It's been a few years already. Yeah. In Germany, I think. So that was funny, and it was a great experience as well to do the Gymrace, because it's more accessible also in a way. First, you can get tickets.
Literally
actually buy tickets.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is now, but at least at the time, and it's also more accessible. The Hyrox is probably a little bit higher in terms of skills and not skills, but physical output that you have to put out, because it's 8 kilometers versus 5. So I thought it was a great. I was happy. Let's just put it like this. I was super happy that I got to experience this, and the atmosphere was very good. And now, so you started with Utrecht, then you opened up to Amsterdam. I believe you also have. No, wait. Is it Utrecht, Amsterdam, and now London? Or you also have Veze as well?
Yeah, as well. Yeah. So, but the order is for the upcoming events next few weeks. So Amsterdam, London, Utrecht, and then Weeze, Germany. Yeah, that's like our pre-summer tour. Yeah.
And also, why London? Why so specifically London?
Yeah, that kind of started as a thought. Of course, like a lot of things start, but we were actually looking around us, and I think keys to success are of these types of events, or also at Mudmasters we saw we have to be in a densely populated area. A lot of positive things are there. There's a lot of gyms, a lot of people who are into sport. Also, a bit younger people who may not have all been settling yet, so probably looking for fun events. So that's good, and I think the UK, was also just like a a fun and interesting challenge. So also, maybe for our team, for me as a person or as a business, we also think practice what we preach. So taking on challenges. This was a nice challenge just to see how we would do and how to solve the problems along the way. So I guess that was kind of the thought. Hey, it would be cool to do. How would it work? It's nice and adventure, but also that it's quite realistic that there could be some potential, some success, because so that was kind of how it led up, and of course first we thought, hey, London, England, complicated Brexit rules, etc.
Yeah, my thought exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but then that thought of it's difficult or it's a problem, we started writing it out. What is the problem? Yeah, taxes. Okay, yeah, or finding a venue or different regulations, etc. So we kind of made a list, which was pretty short actually, and then one by one started doing a little bit of research, and then we saw, hey, it's not too crazy or too complicated. Let's try it. But it wasn't like a one-day decision. It was quite a few brainstorming, thinking, doing research. Is it worth the risk or not? Should we focus on our core market in the Netherlands? Or so it was also a bit taking the plunge, jumping into it, and trying it. So
So now you're a few weeks before the race day in London. How's it going?
Yeah.
How much stress are you going through these days?
No, it's pretty good. So in a few weeks we have first Amsterdam coming up, and then directly with a lot of logistics we're going to London. So that's going actually pretty well. Also we have already few thousand participants who've already signed up.
Awesome.
Which was kind of challenging because just after we launched our London event in March, I think 1 or 2 weeks later, we found out that Hyrox has their event, and they're not planning a weekend, but an entire week in the same week. So that wasn't the best timing, but I think they're doing a great job. I think they sold out the entire week, and we have a lot of participants for our startup event. So we have participants. We've got participants, great venue, and good setup. So really looking forward to it.
I think it's actually a good thing for you guys that Hyrox has the same dates, because they're gonna be completely overtaken and sold out, and people will be like, "Oh, I'm disappointed. I wanted to do, such event." And then here comes Gymrace. Come here.
Saving us. Yeah. Well, I think partially that will be that might be the case, but we've did a little bit of research the last few gym races, the last two we had so far, and there's a lot of or the majority of the participants have never done a fitness event before. I think also nice to see that we're bringing a lot of new people into the sport. Maybe because also of the uniqueness of our own format, instead of being like a second version of Hyrox. I think we're really happy with our own format. We have total of 5 kilometers of running, and also the atmosphere, the feedback we got from the participants, we're really happy with that. That it's a bit more that it's a laid back atmosphere, that people can really challenge themselves and really race hard, but that in general the atmosphere is really, really friendly, and I'm really happy with that feedback. So we really are going to double down on what makes us unique, instead of being an alternative lookalike.
Be different and do your own thing instead of trying to do what others do.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's more fun. And we've also got some bit maybe quirky, creative stuff coming up with all kinds of branding and of course also it all starts with having a tight, organized race with good timing systems. We've bought a lot of new equipment. You were talking about your home gym earlier. Well, we also just bought a lot of new great stuff.
That changes from last year. So
So we have like a whole brand new fleet of Concept 2, brand new rowers, skis and bikes.
Yes.
So I think for the athletes, they'll have brand new stuff to race with, and getting the race experience a bit tighter every time.
My point of view of fitness racing events, and I'm thinking about Hyrox, but now also Gymrace and all those, same thing. Coming from a CrossFit background, which is my main sport, I really wonder how this is gonna go and evolve and be perceived through time as we go through the years, because the current format of the fitness racing industry is to have a workout that is always the same. Do you think this is something that will change? That might be like a workout that would last for, let's say, 2-3 years and then be changed in the future? Or the goal is to have that one workout that is always repeatable and that people can always refer to as, previous, PBs and stuff like this, like a 10K?
Mm-hmm. I think for both formats, there will be demand. So, yep. Some brands will stick to one format with the logic of the 10K or half marathon PB, and other brands will change it up. But I think for both there will be demand and space. But I don't think it's the most important thing of for the event or for the experience to be a success.
What is then?
I think for a lot of people, the challenge, the atmosphere, having a goal on the calendar an event or a race is not only a race of 1.5 hours. It's for a lot of people, it's maybe a period of 3 months or 4 months they're working up to, and race day is only one small part of it. So having a challenge is a great thing. Positive side of which is important of staying out with the same format is you can improve your time, or you can work on your. We have split times at every station, so you can really work on that. Work on your pacing. Work
on your wall balls.
Work on the wall balls. Grab a box of tissues for So I think that those are like the positive sides of sticking to one format. Probably if you're really into it, or also as an organizer, you're busy with it all the time. But a lot of people have normal lives and work, etc. And they're not. I don't think people will be bored or fed up with the same format. So talking about it a bit, I think it's actually pretty good to stick to it. Yeah.
Like a strength for those events, that it's a strength to have the same.
I think so. And in general also creating our race format, we were really looking for simplicity. Mm-hmm. It's also like our brand name. It's also Gymrace or Mudmasters. Really try to make it as simple as possible, so people understand immediately. There's so many hurdles to take to, first of all, get attention of people, then to understand what you're doing. So having a simple brand name and format, etc., will only help. Yeah,
for sure. Have you heard of the ATHX, Adidas ATHX?
Yeah? Yes.
So it's one of my colleagues at work informed me about this just recently, and I was very interested in the concept because it feels like it's a bit more CrossFit-y in a way, more heavy workouts, still the cardio aspect that we want to have in a fitness race, and also a format that changes per season or per year or however. I haven't done a deep dive on it, but I thought it was very interesting to see that there are now events such as this one that are trying to take the best of like the CrossFit aspect, but also those fitness racing, mash it together and also change those workouts on a season base. But
I've also seen them coming up. I think last year or something, they just an assumption, but I think they signed a nice deal with Adidas. And within really short time of talking about scaling, I think first they only had a few events in the UK, but now they've put out on a European tour. I think within 1 year they added a lot of events to the calendar, and they have it's like a different format than a race. It's more going from station to station. So they'll have like you start in zone A for a limited time of minutes, then you go to a recovery station. Then you go to the next and mixing cardio at one station or more strength. Also a lot of technique in there.
Yes.
With more complex lifts and stuff.
It's less accessible than a high rocks or gym race
for
sure.
Yeah. And also smaller scale. I think because of the way the event is designed, the capacity is much smaller. It just takes more time for an athlete to go through. But it looks like a really cool concept. Yeah.
I will see. Maybe I'll give it a try as well.
Yeah, they're also in Amsterdam, I think.
That's the objective.
October or November.
Yeah. It's the end of the year, so I have time to think about it and consider probably doing this with a buddy and do this together. That could be fun. So there's so many of those events. Do you think we will see more of those fitness racing type of events popping up in the upcoming years?
I'm not sure. Maybe at gyms or gyms getting like to a local sports location of the what's the name for it, like a sport hall, local.
So on a smaller scale,
like a bit smaller scale, I think. I think the barrier to entry is pretty big. To rent a convention center in a big city, get all the logistics. So I think the initial investment to put on a fitness race for a few thousand participants, I think that's quite a big hurdle for a lot of companies or people to take. So I'm not sure that there's going to be like a gigantic boom of a lot of new events entering the space, but probably a few. I think there's still space for a few, but I don't think it's going to be as much as back in the day with obstacle running, I think there were a lot more events coming up then. Yeah,
I've seen a lot of gyms doing their own little events that would be so-called high rock style, trying to imitate the high rocks, maybe scale it down. We actually have it in our CrossFit box where they do the gym race 80%, but more as a preparation as well. And I've seen this a lot last year, where gyms would be locally organizing their own little fitness race events. So, I mean, that's good. I mean, whatever makes people move and create communities and engage people in different sports, I think it's good. So
I think it's fantastic, and also for the gyms, the gym events, I think that those will grow. So I think it's also a smart move, and also a fun move by gyms and their communities to organize gym events, gym races. I said the brand gym races at gyms, because it's a cool community event. It's a cool challenge to work towards too. So and all I think fits perfectly within an ecosystem. Maybe I've heard someone make the comparison of a religion or a church with people going to church every week, being the gym, maybe having a bigger celebration at like a gym event, and then once a year or twice a year going to a religious place for a big gathering, being in an event. So it all fits nicely into the ecosystem.
I can see it. Yeah. Do you think CrossFit, the time of CrossFit has passed, or CrossFit is still here to stay within this whole fitness racing industry, where a lot of people have either completely shifted or moved a little bit more towards in between both? Because we see a lot of runners joining those events. We see a lot of CrossFitters or gym goers going to those events. And also with all the things that happened with CrossFit, the CrossFit Games, the tragedy of the death of the athlete, and there was a lot of things going on. And I wonder if you think that CrossFit is more something that now belongs to the past, as in there's a new wave of like this fitness racing sport, or CrossFit is still there to stay on the long term.
I think it will stay, but it's in a different phase now. I think back in 2007 or 2008, starting up, it had like really pioneers role, like really breaking conventions, starting training in a new way, and also giving a new impulse to micro gyms. So in those pioneer years, maybe up to also 2018 or something, the whole way of training, CrossFit played a big role. And I think also they were like also they're the first mover in that, and they kind of made the whole a lot of other micro gyms who don't call themselves CrossFit are doing CrossFit in more or less now. So because it's become so mainstream now, I don't think a lot of gyms need to affiliate to CrossFit or use their brand name, because this way of training has become mainstream. And of course the pure CrossFit affiliates will also, I think, stay. There will maybe the amount of affiliates worldwide will stabilize or decrease a bit, but no, I think they will stay. And within the gym field or gym category, there's, I think, always been new trends and new ways of sport, and but I don't think it's I think it's a natural flow that CrossFit had its peak and it's kind of stabilizing now, or maybe getting a little bit less and then stabilizing. But yeah,
I have.
What's your take on it?
Well, I actually think that lots of people were saying CrossFit athletes are moving into fitness racing.
Mm-hmm.
I actually see it the other way. I think that many people are interested in fitness racing, different kind of backgrounds, because it's very mainstream, so it attracts a lot of people. People move more and more running. You see, like we talk about it's impossible to get marathon tickets nowadays. Yeah. So I think people are more and more into moving, health, and everything. They go into fitness racing, and because they go into fitness racing, they might also go through or start doing CrossFit as well. So actually, I think it's the tides elevates all boats. I think I see it in that point of view, but I don't know exactly with the CrossFit branding and affiliation how this is going to work out. If this is going to be better or worse over time. To be honest, I don't care too much. It's not really affecting me. I'm rooting for the sport, and I love the CrossFit Games and everything they do, but I really think it's going to actually drag more people into the sport at some point, because CrossFit is very technical, more difficult to start and to be good at, while fitness racing is it's easier to sit on a rower and row. You might not have the right posture, and you still have some skills to learn, but it's easier than doing a snatch, or those movements are really technical. So I think it's going to be a positive outcome for CrossFit. I hope.
or for CrossFit, or at least for the gym owners or the
Exactly.
gyms, because I think it's a nice gateway to start with fitness racing.
And we also
And
see gyms now offering CrossFit and fitness racing classes.
a lot of them do. So I think it's good for the gyms, getting a lot of new people maybe in the door, and have some variation on the menu for their current members, who can also choose a season or a few months to train for a fitness race. Then they choose a few months to train for the CrossFit Open. So maybe it's just more interesting for the gyms now, as a positive. I think I agree. It just makes it. There's another reason to go to the gym. Yeah.
We'll see this in a couple of years. When,
Yeah.
all settles down. I posted on an Instagram that I was doing this first episode with you today, and I asked if people had any questions for you. I had one question from Bram, that you also know, of course. His question was, are you going sub 3 hours in your next marathon?
Okay.
So apparently you're running, a marathon. And is this the goal of yours, to go sub 3?
Yeah. So, am I going yet? I cannot say that now. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I will go sub 3, but I will do my best.
Is that the objective that you have?
Yeah, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's realistic at the moment. But it will be cool. It will be cool. But I think, it's going to be challenging. I did it once, sub 3, but that was 10 years ago or something, in Amsterdam. But I'm not. My base was better then than it is now. But so, let's see. Still 10 weeks to go. So
Okay, how's the training going?
knock on wood. So far so good. So trying to first kind of brainstorming about like a training plan. But I think I have a good training plan now that's realistic, with, for me, not too much mileage, so I don't get injured during training. And I also want to keep on doing CrossFit for once a week, or maybe do some gym racing in between. So I think maybe doing 4 runs a week, 1 long one, 1 interval session, and 2 easy runs. So, long story short, it's going well, but I want to mix it up a little bit with other training, and also enjoy it. Not, I don't want to quit the gym for 10 weeks. So
I understand.
Yeah. And what's your next goal?
I would love to. I have the Gymrace in May in Utrecht.
Yeah.
My first solo one. So last year I wanted to do High Rocks Solo Pro. I got injured, so I had to cancel both races that I had, and I did both Gymrace last year with my buddy. The first one was a normal level, and then the heavy one. This year the goal is to do more solo things, so a little bit harder. And the first one is to just take the temperature, see how it goes, and provided I would attend a second one, which I'm pretty sure I will, I would try to either do the heavier version with a specific time goal, or do the same but then cut down some time on it. And there will be probably a couple of CrossFit competitions here and there. I told myself I wanted to get back more into running. I have not done this yet, so
Okay.
I
Maybe
probably
join
need a goal.
join a run club or something.
I should join a run club.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. It's I haven't attended the run club a lot. This is why she has this weird smile. I have not attended pretty much the last two months. I've been either busy or lazy, or working for the podcast, or excuses. Which is why now I want to buy a rower to do my cardio inside.
Okay.
So, my love for running has faded a little bit, so it's more difficult for me to get out there and get it done. but I definitely want to work more on my cardio.
Yeah. Cool.
Lots of plan. We'll see. What's next for you in terms of event? Do you have already something else cooking? I'm just curious to know if you have anything else that you can already mention, or maybe there's nothing.
Yeah, well, there's something. There's always something cooking, or so I always try to kind of keep the lid on the idea box, because else my team will go crazy. So I don't want to just distract people with too many new ideas. But now we have we have the Mud Masters, the obstacle racing brand, Gymrace, or fitness racing. So we are kind of brainstorming about a running event, but not.
Is this what you talked to me about last time?
Yeah. So we're thinking about adding a running event first to one of our Mud Masters events, because we have like a big setup with a festival area, etc. So it would really make sense to add a running event to that. But we're still brainstorming a bit about the concept. We don't want it to be like the next 5 or 10K, or we want to add some excitement to it. And so we're still brainstorming about a few possibilities. But I'm not sure if we're going to already do it this year. Or maybe next year, but we're having a meeting about that tomorrow. Also to sometimes also to be strict on ourselves, sometimes also to say no. So we make sure that the stuff we do we actually deliver.
Mm-hmm.
But long story short, we are thinking about a running format. Yeah.
More to follow then.
Yeah, definitely. I'll as soon as something launches, I'll invite you, or you can join as guests, of course.
Would love to. Yeah, André, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot for the invitation and having me, and cool setup here. So thanks a lot.
Where can people find more information about the events and everything you have going on?
Yeah, so on the interwebs, we have mudmasters.com and gymrace.com for the event calendars and more information about the races, the race format, etc. You can find mudmasters.com, gymrace.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.